Alrighty, we have a double switch box here. We're going to have two switches, and they're going to be one is going to be controlling one thing, and the other one's going to be controlling the other thing. This could be in three different situations. It could be a ceiling fan with a light and a fan controlled separately. It could be in a bathroom exhaust fan where the light and fan is controlled separately. Or power can be going to a junction box and one row of lights on one switch and the other row of lights on the other switch. So I'll show you how to wire this. So first we will take you'll see this green screw in the back of the box here. We'll take our ground wire. We'll put it around that green screw here. Close our loop the direction our screw turns, and we'll tighten our screw. Make sure our copper is under the screw head all the way around. Okay, we'll just make sure our box is tight to the ball here. Well, how wonderful. I forgot my wire nut. Oh, here it is, here it is. So we're going to take and we're going to wire nut our ground wires together here. So we'll get our first two wires together here. We'll twist them so they're nice and even here. Bring our third one in. We'll clip them so they're all even on the end here. Make sure I see all three on the end. Put my wire nut on. Make sure it's nice and tight. And we'll push this into our box, get it out of our way. Now we'll get ready to wire our switches. Here in the country I was born in, we use a 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live in a switch loop such as this here, or a 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. So if we have some black tape, we'll mark this white wire live. And unfortunately we don't, so we're not going to get upset. We're not going to carry on. We're not going to piss and moan. But if I had it, it would be nice to get them remarked. But I'm going to go out in the truck and look. Okay, fortunately there was some in the van, so we're going to remark this white wire live here. It's cheaper tape, so it's not like the 3M tape, but it is what it is. So now we'll take and we'll hook our two ground wires up. Strip with our number 12 hole. We'll make our loops the direction our screw is going to turn. And we will get it under our screw like this. Put it around our screw, the direction our screw turns here. Like that here. Make sure it's nice and tight. We'll get our other one here. This is how I get the wire under the screw head all the way around so it goes nicely and easily. Close it with my needle nose pliers like that. And if you look at the top, it will say top. And these are very high quality switches. They're for 120 and 277 volts, so they are commercial quality. So now we'll take our white wire, which is remarked live. We'll go in the bottom here with this one. Make sure it's not too long. And we'll take our other jumper wire here. Strip it, make sure it's not stripped too long or too short. So I'll just hold it up there, that's a nice length. I'll check this side. There, they're both perfect lengths. And we'll cut our red and black. I'll strip them to a nice length. It doesn't matter if you go in the top or on the bottom, but for cosmetic purposes, we'll go on, both of them will go on the bottom. Now, as you can see, this has two slots in it, so you can put one in the bottom and one in the top. But on the screw terminals, you can only put one wire under each terminal, or around one screw. But this is a pressure plate, and it has two openings, and it has like a little U that goes over the wire itself. So we'll just snug this down. And make sure our insulation is not pinched and our copper comes up all the way through. And we'll put our black on the top here. Make sure it stays in all the way and we don't get our insulation pinched. And now we'll come over to our second switch. We'll put our red in the, doesn't matter if it goes in the top or the bottom one. Make sure our insulation doesn't get caught under the pressure plate there. And we'll put our white on this terminal here. Make sure we don't get our insulation caught under the pressure plate and our copper comes up through the top. So now we're ready to put our mud ring on here. And this is how you can fasten your two devices to the 4-inch square box. So we can get them in here. It's universal, so you can put it on either way. We'll make sure it's on nice and snug here. So now we'll just push our wires into our box. We can start screwing our devices in. We're just going to look, make sure our screws aren't going to hit the wires in the back. We'll stick our other switch in here. Hold our wires so they don't get pinched. I'll get my handy dandy flashlight and no contact tester here and just look, make sure that my screws aren't hitting any wires. That one's not hitting, that one's not hitting, that one's not hitting, and that one's not hitting, so we're good. And we'll just finish tightening these up by hand. We'll get them centered here so that when we put the cover on, it lines up right. So here in the country I was born in, up is on, down is off, up is on, down is off. Peace. Thanks for watching.